During 2015 till 2021, the AUM of mutual fund industry in India has grown from 11.9 lakh crore to 31.2 lakh crore at a very good CAGR of 11.4%. And within that, the equity mutual fund segment has grown at an exceptional CAGR of 25%. Clearly, mutual funds are getting popular in India as more and more people have realized the importance of investment in Indian economy. This has created immense growth opportunity not only for AMCs in India but the companies that support the AMCs. And one such company is CAMS, that is Computer Age Management Service. Over the past few weeks, many of you requested a video on CAMS. So here I am with fundamental analysis of CAMS. Hello friends, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy where I explain everything about money management in layman's language. This is the 31st episode of Stock Fundamental Analysis, and as usual, we'll start with understanding the company and its business, its leadership, competitive strength, competitors, key risk, future growth prospect, and financials to understand if CAMS is fundamentally strong or not. Then we will cover the valuation analysis to understand if it is worth investing in CAMS at current levels or not. But before I proceed, I want to clarify that my stock analysis is only for educational purpose. A lot of people request buy price and target price, but I don't provide that. This video is only for long-term investors and not for traders. I also get a lot of requests for penny stocks. I don't do that. My focus is on wealth creation, but at the same time, wealth protection is also equally important. Hence, I avoid high-risk penny stocks. If you want to learn how to pick quality stock yourself, you can explore my online course. Alright, let's get started. Established in 1988, Computer Age Management Services Limited, that is CAMS, is a registrar and transfer agency, that is RTA, of mutual funds. In other words, it is a financial infrastructure and service provider to mutual funds and other financial institutions. Now let's try to understand what exactly is this registrar and transfer agency. So investors in mutual fund do a number of transactions on any working day. They may buy, sell or switch units, or even request their bank to change their residential address or email. Each such request is a transaction by itself. So mutual fund house have to maintain records of such transaction. Now mutual fund houses or AMC's core business is to build the investment portfolio, market them to get more and more investors and manage investors' money. So maintaining the transaction record and generating report is not their core business. Hence, they delegate this task of report maintenance, data management, report generation, etc. And that's where RTA comes into picture. Most mutual fund houses prefer to outsource this work to an agency that can handle these requests from investors on a regular basis. This is done by RTA agent on behalf of mutual fund house. So CAMS is the biggest RTA with around 70% market share in the RTA business. That is, CAMS provides support to more than 70% AUM of Indian mutual fund industry. Now RTA is one of the business aspect of CAMS. Although 90% revenue comes from RTA role where it charges a fee to AMCs for managing the records. CAMS earn maximum fee from managing the equity fund and least from managing the ETFs or index fund. It is also a technology-driven financial infrastructure service solution provider to alternate investment funds, insurance companies, banks and non-banking financial companies. Now sectors like alternate investment fund is expected to grow at a much faster rate of 30 to 35%. If you look at the products, its product solution include MyCAMS, which is a B2C mobile app to facilitate retail mutual fund transaction. Next is CAMServe, that is a self-service chatbot to help navigate through mutual fund services. Next is CAMSmart, which is a tool for reporting, advanced analytics and data mining activity. Then it has DigiSIP that help in setting up SIPs. Likewise, there are multiple other product offerings like GoCorp, MF360, MF Compass and so on. CAMS has a total of 275 terabyte of data stored in their system as of June 2020. If you look at the leadership, Mr. Anuj Kumar is the CEO of the company. He holds 30 years of experience. He did his bachelor's from Birla Institute of Technology and master's from IIM Calcutta in 1991. He joined CAMS in 2016 as Chief Operating Officer and later promoted to CEO in November 2018. The senior management of the company has average experience of 25 plus years. Currently, CAMS has a market cap of around 12,300 crore. Overall, on the company and its business, I would rate it 10 on 10. First strength of CAMS is scalable technology-enabled ecosystem. The biggest strength of CAMS is its proprietary technology platform that is highly scalable. For example, in 2015, they handled 98 million transactions, and in 2020, they handled 328 million transactions. Just look at the huge rise in transactions. But their platform is highly scalable to handle the huge volumes in the future that gives them a strong competitive advantage. Next strength is market leadership. CAMS is the market leader in RTA business with 70% market cap. This gives them a strong competitive advantage. The most interesting part is that this business would continue to grow at a very good rate as the mutual fund sector is underpenetrated in India. Next strength is experience management. CAMS has a very experienced management with its CEO Mr. Anuj Kumar having 30 plus years of experience. They also have a strong technology committee comprising of specialists from IIT Bombay and IIT Madras to manage the cybersecurity. Next strength is pan-India presence. CAMS has a network of 271 service centers spread across 25 states. This provides a competitive edge in terms of strong distribution. If you look at the RTA sector in India, CAMS is the market leader with 70% share in RTA. Its competitors include KFin Technology, which was earlier known as Kavi. KFin Tech hold around 27% market. Among the top AMCs, CAMS cater to majority of them, including SBI Mutual Fund, which is the largest fund house in terms of AUM, then HDFC AMC, ICICI Prudential, Aditya Birla, and many more. On top of that, there is a high entry barrier in RTA sector. This is due to the fact that RTA business is technology intensive that requires huge investment and technical skills to cater to the ever-growing high volumes of transaction. Then there is significant focus on data security and data management and strict compliance. On top of that, the RTA business requires significant domain expertise and a good relationship with AMC. And that's where CAMS would enjoy the market leadership. Hence, on competitive strength, I would rate it 10 on 10. If you look at the key risk, first risk is dependency on economic performance. So RTA business depends upon the growth of mutual fund industry. Now mutual fund industry growth would depend upon the overall growth of the economy. For example, due to COVID, the economy tanked and many investors pulled out money from the market during March 2020. In the future, if there is a slowdown in the mutual fund industry, it would directly impact the RTA companies like CAMS. However, due to increasing SIP, there is more stability in the AUM market and that would result in stable growth for CAMS. Next risk is SEBI regulation on expense ratio can impact the profitability. Since SEBI regulate the mutual fund industry, they can put a limit on the expense ratio charges. And if the expense ratio of mutual fund house decreases, it would directly impact the charges of CAMS and it would also reduce the profitability of the company. Next risk is data security. So data security is the top priority of RTAs as any compromise with data security and information theft could badly impact the RTA like CAMS. As per the research report, the Indian mutual fund industry is expected to grow at a CAGR of 17 to 18% for the next 4 to 5 years. The key growth drivers are fastest growing economy in the world. So India is the fastest growing economy and poised to become the third largest economy after US and China in the next few years. When the economy will grow, the investors would invest more money and that would result in growth of mutual fund industry. This would result in growth of RTA segment. Next growth driver is digital economy. Earlier people used to transact in cash. However, due to strong focus on digitization, people have started online transaction. This has resulted in more inflow of money in online investment options like mutual funds. Next growth driver is investment shift from traditional instrument to Indian economy. Earlier, people used to invest in traditional options like your FD, PF, insurance, etc. But then there is a radical shift in investment pattern, and the young generation now like to invest money in mutual funds. Moreover, the return from FD is now so low that it is hardly able to beat the inflation. Next growth driver is rising income and awareness level. Today, the young generation has become aware about the importance of investment in Indian economy. Moreover, there is a rise in income levels, and that is going to drive the growth in mutual fund industry. Next growth driver is ease of investment. A few years ago, it was a pain to invest in mutual funds. But today, due to multiple fintech firms, investment in mutual fund is a matter of few clicks. This has created a lot of convenience for investors, and hence we have seen a surge in total number of mutual fund investors. Moreover, due to rising internet penetration and smartphone usage, there is a huge growth in the mutual fund sector. Next growth driver is various products catering to different risk versus return profile. Today, you have multiple mutual fund categories and multiple products within each category catering to various risk versus return profiles. On top of that, there are various new mutual funds being launched frequently. This would again drive the growth of mutual fund sector. And next growth driver is AUM sector still in nascent stage. India's mutual fund penetration, that is AUM to GDP, is around 10 to 12%, which is significantly lower than the world average of 63% and also lower than many developed economies such as US with AUM to GDP ratio of 120%. Even the emerging economies such as Brazil has a 68% AUM to GDP ratio. For simplicity, just understand that US has an AUM of $25 trillion, whereas Indian mutual fund industry is just $0.4 trillion. Now just imagine the kind of growth we can expect in the mutual fund industry. CAMS has been consistently increasing the product and service offering for its investors, distributors and AMC along with process automation, risk management, advanced analytics and so on. For example, they launched an anti-money laundering service which detects, invests and reports suspicious transactions in a separate chargeable service. CAMS is also focusing on services apart from mutual fund, including alternate investment fund, insurance repository services and other banking and non-banking financial services that also has a bright growth prospect. Hence, overall on future growth prospect, I would rate it 10 on 10. If you look at the revenues, CAMS revenue have consistently grown from 372 crore in March 15 to 674 crore by March 20 at a CAGR of 16.3%. Although their revenue growth is slightly stagnant in the last few years. CAMS profit have jumped from 70 crore in March 15 to 219 crore in March 21 at a very good CAGR of 21%. Although there is a dip in profit during March 19. But since then, the recovery has been good. Overall, both revenue and profit have grown at a very good rate, and hence on growth ratio, I would rate it 9 on 10. CAMS operating margin have been exceptionally high. It is consistently above 30%. The recent margins are 40%, which is simply brilliant. If you look at the ROE and ROCE, both ROE and ROCE are exceptionally great with consistently above 30%. In fact, the latest ROE is 46.6% and ROCE is 61.1%, which is phenomenal. The reason for high operating margin and high profitability is due to the asset-light model where the core function of the company is technology based. Hence, it reduces the overall cost. Overall on profitability, I would rate it 10 on 10. If you look at the debt to equity structure, CAMS is a completely debt-free company. Hence, on debt to equity, I would rate it 10 on 10. Its reserves have increased from 106 crore in March 15 to currently at 933 crore. Company is cash rich with a total cash balance of 142 crore by March 21. If you look at the promoter shareholding, promoters hold 30.98% shareholding in the company. So the promoter shareholding is on the lower side. FII has consistently increased the stake in the company from 8.67% to 23.99% in the last 3 quarters. DII also hold a significant amount in the company. However, they have reduced the shareholding from 32.17% to 24.03%. CAMS recently had its IPO in September 20 at a price band of Rs 1230. It was opened at 1500 at 23% premium. Since then, the share has jumped to the current levels of 2500 in last 9 months. At current price point, it is trading at a P ratio of 56. Now this P ratio looks expensive to me. However, since CAMS is a growing company, it would continue to command premium pricing. As an investor, the better strategy would be to make an entry in the share and keep buying periodically or buy on dips. So in this video, we did the fundamental analysis of CAMS. CAMS is in the business of mutual fund transfer and registrar service, where it manages the transaction, reporting and various other services related to mutual funds. It has 70% market share in the business. It has a strong competitive advantage due to its in-house technology platform and vast experience in the business. The mutual fund industry in India is still in nascent stage and there's a huge growth potential in the next 10 to 20 years due to increasing awareness and ease of investment, along with a nice ecosystem built around mutual fund industry. The financials of company look solid with very high profitability and zero debt. The valuations of the company are on the higher side due to high growth potential, but looks like a good share to invest for long-term wealth creation. What is your take on this company? Have you invested in CAMS? Do let me know in the comments. And if you want access to the live stock tracker with 100 plus super stock where you can track the stock prices, P ratio, etc., you can visit my website. And for daily stock update, you can explore my Instagram page. Details are in the description box. I will see you with another video. Till then, take care.